Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited to share with you a new purchase I've made. And so you can probably tell from this video, but I just purchased a new MacBook Pro. I am so excited to share this. I'm going to obviously be doing an unboxing with you today, but this was a long time coming and I am so happy to have a new computer. So I went with the MacBook Pro 16-inch. This is their 2020 model and it's just the base version, so it has 512 gigabytes and then also a 16 gigabyte memory space, and then it has a variety of different features that made me choose it. One of them being the Intel processor it has. It has the i7, which compared to my last computer, it was a 2017 with the i5, and so I'm hoping this one will be much better for different things I need it to do. So it took me so long to decide which one I was going to purchase. I debated between getting a MacBook Pro 13-inch and also buying a new iMac because they just released some really cool ones, but then I also debated on just getting a really powerful 13-inch MacBook Pro and then also purchasing a really great monitor to pair it with. I obviously decided on going with the 16-inch, but there were so many different factors again. So basically the new iMacs and the new MacBook Pro 13 inches all have the M1 processor in it, and so that's Apple's new processor system, and they are moving away from Intel, which is really exciting and I'm sure it is amazing. So the thing with the M1 processor is that it's not completely set up for use with the Adobe Creative Suite yet, and since I use 95% of my time with the Adobe Creative Suite, that made me really nervous. I needed something that was going to be able to do Illustrator and Premiere and not crash at all. When I went into the Apple store originally, I went 3 times before I made this purchase, but I was going in because I wanted to talk about buying a 13-inch, and I honestly thought I was going to leave with it that day, but they ended up telling me that there are still some bugs with Adobe. They're working it out, and in the next couple years they should be up to date. But honestly, I just did not want to take that chance. So then I actually went to Best Buy and I talked to a representative there where he shared with me all the different capabilities with the Intel and the 16 inches. And so that's where I learned that these are really powerful machines and they're prepared to be compatible with the Adobe Suite still. And it's just kind of interesting that most creatives do go for the 16-inch machines and there aren't any M1s in these yet. So it just kind of seems like they're just taking their time to test it out. And personally, I didn't want to be the very first one then to be trying it out and waiting for everything to kind of catch up. I'm sure in the future, like the M1 is going to be perfect and definitely the choice to make. But right now, I think this is great while I need something that can run the Adobe programs perfectly and amazing and what I anticipate. All right, so let's get to the unboxing of it.
It was late at night. You tossed and turned as thoughts began to play. How can this be life? Every day I will just waste away, saving up the time to spend it on mindless entertainment.
So of course we have the box here. We have cords, and then we have this little instruction notebook paper in there, and then we have a new charger as well that gets connected with the cord, and then we have the beautiful new computer. So now it is of course a different day. It's been about a week since I've been using my new MacBook Pro. I just wanted to give an update and talk about a few more things that I'm really liking and some things that maybe you should consider if you are looking at purchasing a new MacBook Pro as well. The first thing is I love the butterfly keys that are back. My old one, of course, did not have that, and that is something I definitely did miss, and you'll see a lot of people share that in their review videos for the new MacBook Pros. I also love the screen size. Going from a 13-inch to a 16-inch is a huge difference. The resolution also seems so much better than my old MacBook Pro. The only downside to the screen size is that I didn't really think through how I would need to be transporting this because it is so massive. It doesn't fit very well in my backpack, and so I've been looking at purchasing a new backpack or work bag or something along those lines, and most of them max out at 15 inches or 15.5 inches and don't offer that support for a 16-inch size. I'm still looking for the best fit, but that is one thing to consider because I did want a laptop so I could bring it back and forth to different places. I could take it to coffee shops. I could maybe even sit in the park with it. And I am definitely realizing that it's not going to be as portable as my 13-inch MacBook Pro. Another aspect that I'm really loving is that they have the Touch ID with my fingertip. This is really nice, and it's actually been super convenient to log in just like instantly with it. And having an iPad Pro that has the face recognition and then my phone as well, it's really nice to also now have a laptop that I can log in pretty much instantly with. The only thing about the touch bar is it's kind of just there, I think. I don't have really strong feelings about it. It is nice, it's cool, but I don't really find myself like being super excited about using it all the time. So I've also been really able to easily run all my programs as well. They've been working great. I've been using Premiere, I've been using Adobe Illustrator, and they've been wonderful and super fast, and my fan hasn't even really been turning on with the computer, which is so great, and I really do have a lot of trust in it when it comes to the programs. I did want to touch on the M1 processor a little bit more, just because it's been a week, and since this is something that is constantly changing, I did watch a few videos that came out within this week of updates on the M1 and what they're thinking and feeling. There's some really great YouTubers out there that are specifically tech driven, where of course I am a graphic designer, so I am aware of tech to a certain level, but I'm no means like an expert like anyone else. I'm just looking for something that can hold my programs really well and do those really well, and then that's pretty much where I stop. But basically, a lot of the M1 updates are that the Adobe programs are getting better to work with, and a lot of people are saying that they have hope for the future that these will be great one day. Now, I don't think I regret buying an Intel processor. I think I would be feeling the same way if I did decide to go with the M1. Like, I would be still feeling a little confused on if that was the right decision, but I am really happy with the Intel, and since they only offer Intel in the 16-inch, that made my decision easy compared to if I did want to buy a new MacBook Pro 13-inch. That's where I'd be really deciding between the Intel and the M1 chip. And then there are rumors that there will be a new 16-inch MacBook Pro coming out, and basically what the rumors are saying is that it's going to be put into development this year and actually go into production to be created, and then it will probably be sold the following year. So that is still a little bit too long for me to be waiting for the new MacBook Pro. So I'm still happy that I bought this, still really grateful for this computer. But basically what they're saying with the new MacBook Pro is that they think they're going to get rid of the touch bar at the top, and then they also think that they are going to be adding back some of the old ports. Of course, these are all just different rumors. I would look into this a little bit more if this is something you are interested in, and maybe you're looking at the future and you could wait a little bit longer to purchase your new MacBook Pro 16-inch. But basically, there's always going to be something new with Apple, right? Like, there's always going to be a new laptop that's on the verge of coming out, and there's speculation for it. And so it's just is about timing everything right, and also pairing it with what works best for you as an individual and what your needs are from your laptop. So I'm really excited to watch the changes that Apple will continue to make, and to continue to watch the M1 and how it's doing, and all the different reports that some of the really great YouTubers that are tech-based are going to continue to release. I think it's really exciting that Apple has their own processor, and I know it's going to be amazing for the future and just for the years down the road. So that will be great. But basically, I'm still so happy with my decision. I am so grateful to have this new laptop. And if you are looking at purchasing a new computer and you're kind of similar to like me, where you are a graphic designer or you want to maybe get into that area, I would definitely consider this one that I had purchased. Thanks so much for watching this. I can't believe it if you made it to the end of this video, but I really appreciate you. I am so grateful for everyone that has subscribed to my channel so far. I make videos all about graphic design and different creative tips and tricks. And then I also share some behind the scenes looks of different days in my life for being a graphic designer. So if you're interested in any of those different videos, please consider subscribing, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Thanks so much.
Some sort of